When that 47-foot birdie putt finally dropped on the back nine at the ProAm, the crowd didn't just cheer. They went silent for a split second, trying to process what they had just witnessed. Because Caitlyn Clark, the woman who already rewrote basketball history, had just obliterated a golf world record that had stood untouched for years. And within 24 hours, Tiger Woods himself broke his silence to respond. Not casual praise. Not generic congratulations. Tiger Woods, the most scrutinized athlete in golf history, publicly acknowledged what everyone watching already knew. This wasn't a celebrity golf appearance. This was a surgical demonstration of transferable greatness. The scorecard read 61, the lowest score ever recorded by a non-professional female in a sanctioned Pro-Am event. A Guinness World Record shattered. But here's what the headlines won't tell you. This performance reveals something far bigger than one incredible round. It exposes the blueprint of championship DNA. The same mental architecture that makes Caitlyn Clark unstoppable on a basketball court is now dominating an entirely different battlefield. And if you believe the story behind the spectacle actually matters, hit that like button right now. It tells us you're here for the full investigation, not just surface-level hype. Let's filter out the noise and examine what really happened on that course. Because many of you have been saying for months that Caitlyn's athletic brilliance transcends basketball, that her court vision, her spatial awareness, and her ability to execute under suffocating pressure aren't basketball skills. They're elite athlete skills. Turns out you were onto something. What went down at the Pro-Am wasn't just impressive for a basketball star trying golf. It was world-class by any measurement. And the golf legends who witnessed it firsthand are still struggling to find the right words. But before we break down the record-breaking round itself, you need to understand who Caitlyn Clark becomes when the cameras aren't rolling. Because this golf performance didn't come out of nowhere. Growing up in West Des Moines, Iowa, weekends weren't only about basketball camps and AAU tournaments. Her father, Brent Clark, is an avid golfer who constantly took Caitlyn and her brothers to the course. She picked up a driver before the age of 10. And according to family interviews, she obsessed over her swing the same way she would later dominate basketball. In a past interview, Caitlyn revealed something critical. She said, "I loved how golf challenged me mentally. It's just you, the ball, and the elements. No shot clock. No defense. Just pure focus. Read between the lines." That's not recreational hobby talk. That's the same mental steel that allows her to drain game-winning threes with 5 defenders collapsing and 20,000 fans screaming. The ability to block out everything except execution. That's not basketball DNA. That's championship DNA, and it translates. Throughout her record-breaking seasons at Iowa, she would quietly appear at charity golf events. Fans noticed her swing wasn't casual. It was smooth, powerful, and technically precise. The kind of form professional coaches spend decades trying to perfect. During her WNBA rookie season with the Indiana Fever, golf became her mental escape from relentless media scrutiny. But at the Pro-Am, she took it to a completely different level. Now let's talk about what the Pro-Am actually is, because context matters. This isn't some laid-back celebrity golf weekend, where participation trophies get handed out. Named after Annika Sorenstam, one of golf's all-time legends with 72 LPGA wins and 10 major championships. This event pairs professional golfers with high-profile athletes and celebrities for charity. The twist? Most celebrity participants are just hoping to survive 18 holes without total humiliation. Caitlyn Clark didn't just survive, she rewrote the entire script. First tee. The crowd showed up for personality. They wanted selfies. They wanted the spectacle. They wanted to see basketball royalty try something different. But 9 holes later, the entire energy shifted. This wasn't entertainment anymore. This was a masterclass unfolding in real time. On hole 7, a 347-yard par 4, Caitlyn absolutely destroyed a drive that landed just 10 yards short of the green. Let that sink in. A 337-yard missile with perfect trajectory and roll. Commentators couldn't hide their shock. One said on air, "This isn't just impressive for a basketball star. This is a genuinely elite golf swing." The distance, the control, the technical execution, every detail screamed one thing. thousands of hours of dedicated practice that nobody knew about, and she was just getting started. On the back nine, Caitlyn drained that infamous 47-foot birdie putt, curving like one of her signature deep three-pointers. The crowd erupted. Shouts of, "Let's go, Caitlyn," echoed across the fairway. Her playing partners that day, Nelly Korda, the world's #1 female golfer, and Brooke Henderson, a major champion, were doubled over in genuine disbelief. These women have devoted their entire lives to perfecting golf, and they were watching something extraordinary. Nelly Korda said afterward, "We're watching her sink putts from distances we struggle with, and she's treating it like a Tuesday morning warm-up." Annika Sorenstam herself, the host and golf royalty, walked over after that 47-foot putt and said something remarkable. "You just made that look way too easy." That wasn't polite celebrity praise. That was recognition from one legend to another. By the time Caitlyn Clark finished her round, the scorecard told a story nobody expected. A score of 61. Not just the lowest in the event's history for a celebrity participant, but the official Guinness World Record for the lowest score by a non-professional female in a sanctioned Pro-Am event. Obliterated. But here's where it gets even more interesting. That performance didn't just break records. It triggered a measurable cultural shift that's still unfolding. Within 48 hours of her world record round, the LPGA's social media accounts exploded with over 300,000 new followers. The Annika ProAm replay on Golf Channel drew record viewership numbers. And perhaps most telling of all, a flood of younger fans, especially young women, suddenly started expressing interest in golf, many directly citing Caitlyn Clark as the reason. One fan tweeted, "I started watching golf just because Caitlyn played. Now I'm actually hooked." Another wrote, "Caitlyn makes golf feel cool, like I actually want to pick up a club." Connecting the dots here reveals something powerful. Caitlyn Clark doesn't just dominate individual sports. She transforms entire landscapes. Basketball attendance records, television ratings, merchandise sales, now golf popularity. Everything she touches evolves into a cultural movement. And before we go further, drop a comment right now. What sport should Caitlyn try next? Because based on what we've seen, the possibilities feel limitless. Your engagement drives these investigations, and we want to know what you're thinking. Analysts have started calling it the Caitlyn Clark effect, a proven phenomenon where her presence elevates entire leagues and events far beyond their traditional reach. This isn't celebrity hype. It's measurable impact. Even LPGA insiders are admitting it publicly. One source told reporters, "We've never seen engagement numbers like this from a single participant." She brought in a completely new demographic, not just for Caitlyn Clark content, but for women's golf itself. That's the difference between a star and a cultural force. Stars shine brightly. Forces reshape the entire terrain. But let's talk about what happened after the round ended, because that's where the story gets even more compelling. When news broke of Caitlyn's golf world record, the response from legends across multiple sports was immediate and unanimous. Nelly Korda, currently the world's #1 female golfer, said in a detailed interview, "Caitlyn's swing has pure rhythm, incredible strength, and this eerie calm. I'm not saying she should turn pro, but she could genuinely compete at high levels." That's not polite, media-trained praise. That's a legitimate technical evaluation from someone who recognizes elite execution when she sees it. Annika Sorenstam took it even further, calling Caitlyn's performance a masterclass in focus and adaptability under pressure. Think about those words, focus and adaptability. Those aren't just golf skills. They're the exact same qualities that made Caitlyn the most dominant college basketball player in history, and the most impactful WNBA rookie ever recorded. Excellence isn't sport-specific. It's transferable. The mental architecture required to sink a game-winning three with 5 defenders collapsing is the same architecture required to drain a 47-foot putt with thousands watching. The basketball world responded with equal intensity. Sue Bird, WNBA legend and 4-time champion, tweeted, "She's literally rewriting record books in another sport now. This is beyond comprehension." Steph Curry, known for his serious golf skills and host of an annual charity tournament, commented publicly, "I see you, Caitlyn. Welcome to the Basketball Golf Crossover Club." But Curry didn't stop there. He directly invited her to his next charity golf event, promising a mixed-team format that immediately sent fans flooding the comment sections. The idea of Curry and Clark, two of basketball's greatest shooters, facing off on a golf course? That's appointment television waiting to happen. Then came the response that changed everything. Tiger Woods himself weighed in. Not through a publicist. Not through a generic statement. Tiger posted directly. Athleticism and focus like that transcends sports. Congratulations to Caitlyn Clark on an incredible round. When Tiger Woods, the most scrutinized and decorated golfer in modern major golf brands, are circling Caitlyn for potential partnership deals. We're entering rumor territory here. But the breadcrumbs are leading somewhere significant. If these reports are accurate, Caitlyn Clark could become the first athlete in modern history, with major endorsement deals spanning both basketball and golf simultaneously. The commercial implications alone are staggering. But more importantly, it represents something deeper about how athletic excellence is being recognized and valued in 2024. Zoom out, and a bigger pattern emerges. Caitlyn's greatness isn't confined to one court, one league, or one sport. Excellence is genuinely transferable when the mental foundation is strong enough. The same clutch composure that allows her to sink game-winning threes in hostile arenas is the same composure that drains a 47-foot putt under intense scrutiny. The same spatial awareness that lets her thread impossible passes through traffic translates directly to reading greens and calculating wind angles. The same obsessive preparation that made her a college basketball legend produced a world record golf round. You were onto something months ago when you noticed Caitlyn's brilliance couldn't be contained by basketball alone. Her court vision, her decision-making under pressure, her ability to elevate everything around her. Those aren't basketball-specific traits. They're the hallmarks of a once-in-a-generation athlete. The sport is just the vehicle. The excellence is universal. After her record-breaking round, Caitlyn told reporters something revealing. She said, "I just wanted to have fun out there. Golf relaxes me and gives me a mental break, but the competitor in me never fully turns off." Read between the lines. That's authenticity. That's someone who genuinely loves competition in its purest form, regardless of the arena. The cultural impact of this moment goes far beyond one impressive scorecard. Young athletes watching Caitlyn Clark are learning a critical lesson. Excellence in one domain can translate to excellence in another when the foundation is built correctly. Mental toughness, disciplined preparation, a genuine passion for improvement. These qualities create success no matter the challenge. Caitlyn isn't just breaking records. She's redefining what's possible when elite talent meets elite work ethic across multiple disciplines. So what's next? If Caitlyn Clark can shatter a golf world record in what's essentially her spare time, while simultaneously revolutionizing professional basketball, what other boundaries is she about to obliterate? The speculation is already building. More high-level golf events? Cross-sport exhibitions? Entirely new athletic territory? One thing is certain. The world is watching, and expectations have never been higher. If you want to stay ahead of every twist in the Caitlyn Clark phenomenon, subscribe and hit that notification bell right now. Because this story is far from over. The next chapter might be even more unexpected than this one, that we're tracking every development, every record, every cultural shift she creates. And in the next video, we're investigating how the WNBA is responding to Caitlyn's expanding influence beyond basketball, and why some league insiders are quietly concerned about what it means for the league's future. The Caitlyn Clark era isn't slowing down. It's accelerating into territory we've never seen before. This is what happens when championship DNA meets unlimited potential. This is what transferable greatness looks like in real time.